Recorded live from the Man Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You tuned into the Generation Evolution from Monday, April 14th, 2025. I'm Blake.
I'm Cristian.
Whose camera fell down as we were going along.
That's how you know we're live, folks.
Yeah, his camera literally fell down as we were going along. So, all right.
Bloody.
We're opening up. I figured I'd surprise the hell out of this kid, and we're going to open up with It Lives, It Breathes, Elevated. With a little behind the scenes, this actually was one of the inspirations for the name of our show. Was this song? It was one of the inspirations for the Generation Evolution. So, what are you waiting for?
God, I forgot how long this actual beat drops because it's so much different in person.
Yeah, it's definitely different in person.
Because they cut this beat up.
So, all right. But before we waste time, we do have a guest on the line we have to get back to, but because it's just never a show, we get to do this again. We did the last show.
It's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Well, I'm going to have to now because Sal, you're an amateur. Amateur. Damn it, you beat me to it.
So, we were going to have some fisting for you tonight.
That says it all.
John, welcome back.
I'm back again, baby.
So, I promise Christian I'm going to go back to the song when we came back from the lyric show. So a little behind the scenes, we're literally doing this right after about 15.
Actually, to make up
Can
for...
I just finish that up for please?
I was just going to say to make up because I was singing.
We're literally recording this on Monday. We're literally recording this about 15 minutes after the Sunday show. So Christian now had lunch next to him. Real food in front of us. So
I'm Italian.
If we're all eating a little bit here, it's because it's lunchtime for us as we're recording the show. So, and we are live on all the platforms. We figured, what the hell? We had someone watch the show with us last episode. We'll see if he comes back and join us again live. So if you're watching live, add some comments. We'll put them up on the screen. So, last time on Generation Evolution.
Last time. That's what you missed on Generation Evolution.
Let's recap the entire thing we just did.
God, no.
Previously on Generation Evolution, we were talking about the WrestleMania shows that were not WWE, NXT related outside of WWE ID wrestlers.
And that's what you missed on Generation Evolution.
Pretty much. And we where we left off, we finished up Thursday. Now, this Friday is the prime day. There's a lot of shows in here because of WrestleMania is Saturday and Sunday. There are shows on Saturday and Sunday, but they're not nearly as much as there have been in past days because Mania is now 2 days. Remember in the past, it used to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday would be lined up and loaded up with shows.
Yeah.
So Friday is really the big day of the lineup. And we have a lot of shows to get through, so let's get through them. And we'll start with John because I know how much he loves this kind of wrestling. And we'll start off here, John. Tell us where we're starting.
Well, not just this kind of wrestling, this company in particular. I have one of their t-shirts right behind me as I speak. This is Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, and they are in Las Vegas. That's just the name of the show. They haven't got a name for it. And you've got a stack card with all of the stars of the company. Yuki Arai versus Ariso Endo, Shino Suzuki, Rika Tatsumi, and Vert Vixen, which is a bit of a surprise. And there's another one who's back because they're up against Viva Van.
He's back.
Raku and Yuki Aino. So that'll be cool. That'll be a good one. Again, Viva Van. I'm getting a lot of Viva Van this weekend.
I know, but I know.
And then the big one for me here, you've got Maki Ito and Zara Zaka. Is it Zaka? I've never pronounced it.
Zaka.
And they're up against Pom Harajuku and Max the Impaler.
Because I was kneeled back, I thought the M was an R and an N. That it was porn, and I was like, what?
Porn Harajuku.
Yeah.
That'll be very much the opposite of her character. I mean, that'll be great. That's everything I love. Right, that's going to be like silly, but then you've got like Max in there to just clean house constantly, basically.
You know, you could end the statement there. Porn, I like that, and that's all you could have said. It just ended a statement.
Just clip that. We've also got another returning duo. Actually, we've got Masha Slamovich versus Miyu Watanabe. So that'll be another great one. Every match on this card is solid gold to me. Then we get into the title matches. We've got the International Princess Championship as Suzume, the champion, defends against Jada Stone. Then it's the Princess Tag Championship. And even I had to pause for the name here because I know a bit of Japanese, but I'm not perfect at it. Kyoraku Kiyome, which is Shoko Nakajima and Hyper Misao. They're the champions, and they are defending against Yuki Kamifuku and Wakana Uehara. Here's me messing up as well. Wakana Uehara. And I'm a massive, massive, massive fan of Kamifuku, but I do also really like Hyper Misao. So I don't know who I want to win that one. But the main then the main match, we've got the Princess of Princess Championship being defended by the champion Mizuki as she takes on Miyu Yamashita. And I mean Yamashita's she's like the ace of the company. So I actually don't think she'll win because it's like, well, it's too obvious. It's a bit like, Tanahashi always winning.
Ironically, he didn't.
No, well, you can't win now. He's got to go out.
He's got to go. Yes, he does. Yes, he does have to go out, actually.
Yeah. We'll talk about that on Tuesday's show.
But I do want to say, Princess of Princesses. What about the Prince of Princes? Is that a whole other company?
They should have that because Tokyo Joshi are like the sister promotion to DDT. So why don't DDT have that as like a joke? Because half of DDT is a joke. That's kind of the point of it.
That's what DDT is. It doesn't stand for DDT. It just stands for joke wrestling.
Basically, that's their entire purpose.
I'm not really that joke one. Moving on.
What'd you say?
I'm moving on.
We know what you say.
I'm good. I'm going to move on to the next show. This is over at the SFW Arena. This is Ed in San Antonio Productions. That is the name of the company. I swear to God. I did a double take on this one. I had to do a double take on this one. This is Pondermania. Pondermania. Dash exclamation point. That is
why is it called this? Is it about podcasts? Podomania.
I thought that was hysterical today. Anyway, we have Maya World, who we've seen 1,000 times already.
Yeah, back again.
And Jocelyn Navarro
back again
versus Brittany Brooks and Kia McKenna. We have Dipsy Mac versus Zamaya. I'll go with that.
Hey.
Where?
Zamaya. Dipsy Mac versus Zamaya.
Zamaya!
Shannon McKenzie versus Nikki XS. I want to say Nikki XS. Oh, Nikki XS.
Extra small.
No, I realized it went to bed as I said it. I realized it as I said it.
I only found out about her this week, and I'm already in love with her. She's got the best look. Like, she tries to look like a super fashionista kind of thing.
Ooh, okay, that sounds fun. Ashley Box versus Jasmine Lear. Nicole Matthews versus Aaliyah James. Alex Garcia versus I was doing so well. Layana. Sure. Layana.
Try so hard.
They're doing. Yeah, I'm trying to get this movie a little faster than the last show. They're doing an Iron Claw tribute. It is Ricky Freebird Candice versus Leva Von Erich.
That's the Von Erich I don't think I know.
I don't know either, but maybe they shouldn't do a Von Erich match after the Iron Claw movie. They should not do that.
Why not? Why not?
No, maybe I'm just terrified by the freaking curse more.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, the Freebirds are the Freebirds. The Von Erich are cursed. I'm not getting into the fucking Iron Claw story on this podcast. I'm right now. I'm not doing it.
That could be a bonus episode where you both review Iron Claw.
Oh, that's called Friday show when we let Dad talk about Hall of Fame people. That's called Friday show. Pro Wrestling Eve Championship. It is Nina Stamble versus Izzy Izzy's on this show too?
Yeah, and actually, hang on a minute. The Eve Championship's being defended. I didn't know about this.
I
I know the owners of Eve. They didn't mention it.
The ladies night out championship, Jasmine Allure versus Ashley Knox. I said earlier, I realized I have the match on here twice. And the Ponder Championship, which I love, is so stupid. The Ponder Championship, Brittany Blake versus Zoe Lucas.
That's an interesting card, considering how ridiculous the name is.
Yeah, so, let's just try to get something in front of me. Give me a second. I have to read the next thing here first. So the next match on here is the next show on here is the Stardom show that again has no card. And it's the Stardom American Dream 2025 in Neon City this time, part of at the Meet Las Vegas. So another show that has no card.
The thing is, with Stardom, you know it's going to be good, so it doesn't really matter.
It's just funny to me because then you have to actually pay extra to watch it.
That's the only thing. That's probably what's going to put me off because I'll already be paying for subscribing to Fight.
So that's that one. Okay, we'll move on, and I'll have Christian do this one as he sits here. So I just want to know, I made a tortellini bake last night, and he's sitting here eating it while we're doing it. So
Okay.
So yeah, the video is going over to. That's not the right card. That is not the right graphic. I pressed the wrong button. I went one ahead. That's all it was. They're all in the right order, and I pressed the wrong button. That's all. So
To start this off.
well, what is the card? What is the show?
Start this off. Texas Wrestling Cartel. Mob ties.
Yes.
Where's Tony D'Angelo when you need him?
Well, the name of the company is Texas.
FCW Arena.
Hang on a second. The name of the company is Texas Wrestling Cartel, and the name of the card. I love the next name of the show is Mob Ties. This is what I mean from freaking progress. You're disappointing me. Other companies are doing great titles, So okay,
and that ties into the name of their company. That's great. They should always have a mob theme.
Exactly. So all right, Christian, while I figure this out in front of me.
The Heart of a Hustler Championship. Eddie Martinez versus Capitano Jones. Capitano Jones, WWID. He is part of the something Cody Rhodes. And then we have IWC Tag Team Championships. Penta?
Penta. Wrong Penta.
Close.
Wrong Penta.
Penta and Chase Owens. Not to get confused with Kevin Owens.
Thank you.
Versus El Hijo Dr. Wagner Jr. and Dolino de Mela versus La Familia de Chino Jornamana.
Tijuana.
Close enough.
Not even close.
Mecha Wolf and Bestia 666. What the fuck are these names?
They're great. That's what they are. God damn.
You broke on that one.
You can tell we've been recording for hours, folks.
It may say 13 minutes, but this is probably in.
No, this is episode 2, 13 minutes. That's not episode 2.
Let's say this is almost
Hey, just keep talking. Yeah.
2 hours recording. H2 Easy.
This is now. It's too easy.
H2 Easy. Joey Hyder and JP Harlow.
All right, moving on. But WWE ID match, apparently.
Wow, beautiful. You have Zeta Steel and the returning Izzy Reno.
Right, I'm sure she's prepped, right? But this is a hell of a way for Izzy to like really hit the wrestling scene hard.
They're show already. It's interesting, right?
Wow, she's gonna be
the same day. Doing the same day. Like
she's gonna be destroyed.
You gotta learn somewhere, right?
And now we got Houston Hendricks and Fly Def. That is what?
Warren and Zach Zilla.
They are Fly Def.
I thought the guy's name was Fly Def. I was like, what? Warren, Zach Zilla. Is that like
Zach Zilla? Is that the and Zach Zilla?
Is that like 3 different people or one person?
If Houston Hendricks is one person, Fly Def is a tag team.
Warren, Zach Zilla,
and Zach Zilla. If you heard me say it like 5 times,
Warren
I forgot to put the and.
Okay.
I have said that like 5 times now.
Well, that's not good enough.
Versus Coda Mino Aura. And John, you want to say the next name real quick?
Shun Skywalker.
And Etienne. And then we have Casey Navarro versus Danny O'Ryan. And then we have Vin Parker, Peter Parker's long lost cousin, versus Brian Keith. Versus
Wait, that Brian Keith.
The Brian Keith.
Oh.
versus Pac Ortega.
Ortega.
What did I say?
Ortega.
Pac Pieces, mama.
And that's definitely not the other Pac, because he's
Oh,
injured now.
He's not the best. Versus
That we know of.
And then, well, wait, what the hell? We have Father O'Day
Okay.
versus Jonathan
Oasis.
Oas
Oasis.
Oasis.
Right there.
versus Kerry Morton versus David Teen versus Ivan Hitt versus Prince Lee.
Prince Lee.
Da, 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 da.
Ay. What a weird show this is. A weird little show I found. So it didn't-
You know what Prince Ali should have come out with?
Oh no. If you're wondering, we're at 16 minutes into the second show.
You beat your record from the last one.
So, all right, John.
Oh,
John, I'll throw it to you back to the collective.
Aha, because it's DDT, baby. That's right, it's over to me. If you want a bit of fun, if you want a bit of silliness, check out DDT. This show, we've got Yukio Naya versus One Called Manders. One Called Manders is getting around quite a lot.
I know, I noticed that too.
Yeah, interesting. And then we've also got Kazuma Sumi, Shunma Katsumata, and Nick Wayne versus Marcus Mathers, Tyler Bateman,
wait, hold up, Nick. Wait,
and
hold up.
Gringo Loco.
That is the Nick Wayne.
Yeah.
I was not expecting the Nick Wayne.
I was surprised when I typed it in there too. And then I saw a graphic, and I'm like, oh, it is that Nick Wayne. Like I saw the graphic.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen a lot of Nick Wayne up until this point because, I mean, his thing before AEW was GCW. So
Did you know that Nick Wayne and Will Ospreay had a 20-minute match?
20
A
minutes?
20-minute match, and Nick Wayne kicked out of a hidden blade twice.
Amazing.
And only
Hell yeah.
Stormbreaker attempt after 5 attempts, he finally got it. After 5 attempts, he finally hit the Stormbreaker.
Now we've also got this match. Will be great. Konosuke Takeshita.
You ever see the team they're facing?
What was that? Sorry.
You ever see the team that they're facing? I think we stopped at Nick Wayne.
No, we didn't.
No. I carried on. I did the whole thing.
Carry on my way.
I think we talked over you. I think we talked over you.
My apologies. My apologies.
I think it's Mark Mather, Tyler Bateman, and Gringo Loco. I think we talked over you.
Is that the Tyler Bate man?
No, not the same person.
Yeah, man.
They didn't
Man.
Gringo Loco. They didn't Gringo Loco, who marketed you at an MLW show one time. So
I'm not the biggest fan of Gringo Loco. I don't want to be mean to anyone.
nice guy. He's a nice guy. I thought he was a wrestler, but he's a nice
Yeah, and everyone else seems to like him. So it's me. It's not you, it's me.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got Konosuke Takeshita versus Mao. And when I first started watching DDT, I was told specifically, "Oh, you got to watch out for this Takeshita guy. Like he's their version of a like an Okada or something." And then now we all know that was true. And he's coming. I was going to say he's coming back, but he still regularly does appear for them.
He technically works for all the companies at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
we
is
just saw him
insane.
wrestle. We actually just watched him against Tanahashi on Friday.
Oh,
And oh my God.
We'll talk about that on tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's Tuesday show.
I'm excited. I'm tuning in for that one.
Yeah. So
We've also
okay, yeah.
No, after you're done. After you're done.
Keep going, John.
okay. We've also got Shinya Aoki versus Timothy Thatcher.
Aoki!
And Timothy Thatcher again. That's an interesting one. This is a very, very different company for him to work for.
They're both returning.
But to me,
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be a DT match. You know.
Maybe he's sick of doing just stuff like Bloodsport. He's like, no, I can actually have fun as well. And not everything in DDT is silly. Let me just point that out to people.
I noticed he had a personality. He was on NXT for a while.
Yeah.
Personality. He figured out how to get a personality out of it. So,
Well, and DDT does have serious matches. I mean, that's where Takeshita comes from. It's just, people assume, all the matches are like that one where the Young Bucks autobiography won a title. The book.
wait.
oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's how DDT works. It's weird. The book was a champion. Yeah, it fell on the champion, and then so they counted the pin.
Wait, how did you get the book? How did they take the title out the book?
I think someone pinned the book.
Was it no? Okay, the question. Very fair question. Was it the blow up doll or was it somebody else?
I actually can't remember. This was ages ago.
I remember that.
I think the
match.
doll has had the title as well because that's
Well,
the that's
the
the
doll
that's the
did have the title.
DDT like heavy.
Kota Ibushi versus the blow up doll.
That
And
one is the DDT heavy metalweight championship.
Hey, how dare you? Who gave me a dislike?
Probably he could have go to Ibushi. I don't know.
Kota Ibushi got Canadian destroyed 6 times in a row by a blow up doll. Thank you for the like.
That's not even
Hell
the
yeah!
thing I've heard.
And then Kenny Omega fought an 11-year-old girl.
Anyway, could we get back to the show, please? Get back to the
Yeah,
show.
let's get back to the show. We've got Antonio Honda versus Santana Jackson. And for the DDT Universal Championship, Minoru Suzuki versus versus Yoshihiko. Which listeners, you must all know this character, right?
I
Tell
don't.
people that don't know. Tell people that don't know who Yoshihiko is.
How
Yoshihiko is.
how do we even describe Yoshihiko? Okay, Yoshihiko is an inanimate
Blow up doll.
doll, like a
The blow up doll is Yoshihiko.
and it's incredible. Like you wouldn't believe people could have a match with a doll, and they can, and it's good.
This is even funnier. This is even funnier.
He's gonna have this whole badass entrance. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm facing the doll." Never mind.
Yeah, but again, that's what DDT specializes in. That kind of thing.
Is it all good to see the theme song for him? I'm just wondering. So, all right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next show. Is WrestleCore? Let's pause a second. Or do you want me to the end of this day to show off your Lego?
Can I show off just real quick?
Go for it.
Okay, hold up.
All he gets is like, we'll get something he built behind him. I'm not going to do too wrong.
Oh.
Bring it to the set. I go to the toucan, dude. We have a toucan for a reason. Okay. Careful, because there's a lot of wires here.
Hey, look at that!
Yeah, let me actually have an idea.
Oh, that's amazing.
I take this graphic off, and then I'll go to his camera so you can see closer. There you go.
I like to say, this was not fine. The build. This was not fine. This took God knows how long. Because this fucker right here, this dog right here, these flames took God knows how long to build.
So it captures the feeling you had while making it. Like, no, it's fine, but everything's actually on fire inside.
This thing right here, I want to smash to pieces. And we have this man right here.
Hi, your producer and your host sitting over here trying to control boards here. All right, he gets me set up. Let's go to WrestleCore. Fear and WrestleCore in Las Vegas at the Swan Drive.
Great poster.
I do love the poster. The poster, and they're playing cards and everything else. I really like the poster. But because I have it on a separate screen share, I'm going to go top to bottom instead of bottom to top because it's easier for me on my end. The Infinity Championship, Jody Threat, who's part of a tag team over in TNA with Danny Luca.
Oh, okay.
Versus Bestia 666. A pure wrestling match. Jim Spencer versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh God.
ZSJ in a pro wrestling match terrifies me.
Wait, Sabar or Saber?
Depends on where you are. John, in the UK, is it Saber or Sabar?
Saber.
Saber? Okay. Saber. I always hear it both ways. As I'm actually being serious. I've heard it both ways.
I think sometimes people say it like differently just to be sort of funny. Like to make it sound fancy, you know.
So, and then we have Sonico versus G-Sharp versus Casey Ferreira versus Evan Rivers. In a match I did not have on my 25 bingo card. El Phantasmo ELP versus Maki Ito.
Oh, I'm tuning in just for that.
I did not have that one on my bingo card for 2025.
Hell yeah. Any excuse for me to see Maki, you know.
So this is a Wheel of Misfortune death match. I have no clue what that means. I
know. I just Googled it thinking maybe this company have done that before. I can't find anything with a quick Google.
So Funny Bone versus Drexel.
I'm intrigued. I want to see what is the wheel. Maybe did they spin a wheel on that? Like you get a weapon.
Maybe.
No, it's like it's.
What?
I just read that next match.
I was kidding.
It's like that. It's the NXT thing. The wheel.
From Halloween Havoc.
Uh-huh.
From Halloween Havoc.
You spin the wheel, you get a
The Wheel of Misfortune. They do with Halloween Havoc.
but it's John's idea. You spin it, you get another death match. You can get a gun or a light tube.
Yeah. Ground up glass in a bucket.
Then we have the disco ball death match, which I am terrified to know what the hell that is.
Yes, boys.
Well, a disco ball. I can just see them smashing a disco ball over somebody's head with everything. I totally do that. Casanova Valentine versus Dark Sheik.
I could have said Dark Shrek.
No, Dark Sheik.
And listeners to this show, if you've been listening a while, well, not to this show, to the old show, I suppose.
Like a South show, yes.
They'll remember how much I both loved Dark Sheik and also I ended up partying with them for a while.
Yes, you did. You were partying with Dark Sheik.
What happened?
He went to a party with Dark Sheik. That's all he did.
I went with Dark Sheik, Ali Catch, Effy. They were all doing karaoke. When I walked,
this guy's doing karaoke and hobnobbing with GCW wrestlers over here.
Yeah, I walked into the karaoke and Ali Catch was up there singing Lady Gaga. You know, I was like, oh hell yeah, this is great.
Lady Gaga.
So moving on, we have a. So I'm going to read this as it was written out on the website that I took us off of. This is a brawl. The WRWIL or in parentheses with a brawl and panties, death match.
I love the way this is clearly sort of making fun of the idea of a bra and panties match.
I knew they did there as I was writing it. That was really funny.
But is it like a death match, but they're doing it in their bra and panties? Because that would be brutal.
I have no idea. That's fucking crazy when you say it that way.
I'm someone who watches the occasional death match. I'm not like a death match super fan or anything, but I do watch them occasionally. But our local company did one recently.
I've just been attacked.
What did you do?
Oh no!
By what?
By this. I just got attacked.
Oh no!
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's a piece of the pipe next to him.
I just got attacked.
Yeah, our local company. Our local company here, TNT, did a death match recently, and oh god, I didn't go to it because I was away with the band. But one of the wrestlers, she had a video on Instagram. She had darts, like the game dart, like through her face. They were through her cheek, and it was just like, oh my god. So I'm maybe that's what they're gonna do in this kind of thing. Oh god, it'll be bad.
Just hand me that part. Hand it to me so you don't think you deal with it.
I am being attacked on set. I like my lawyer.
I'll deal with that later.
I want my lawyer.
All right, let's move on. I made me within the match. Amira versus Tara Zib. And then we have Nicole Matthews and Elliot Taylor versus Ryan Dye. But I cracked up at this. That's why I wrote it down. Tara from Accounting and Stephen Crow.
Incredible name.
That made me laugh. That's why I wrote it down. It's just an independent name.
Can we get Tara from Accounting versus what was the other one? I like was it
Dan the Dad? No, he's not on here.
Dress?
Oh, man like Darius.
Yes, can we get those two in a match?
It reminds me of a drag queen who's called Karen from Finance.
Oh, can I do this one?
Christian's gonna take them. Who's gonna take the next one?
Deadlock title fight in Vegas. DPW World Championship Ultimate Conflict. Titus Alexander versus Calvin Tankman versus Adam Priest versus Brian Keith versus Luke Jacobs versus Kevin Blackwood versus Matt Damon versus Trevor Lee versus Michael Coe versus Thomas Shire versus Mad Dog Connolly versus BK Westbrook. Holy shit!
That's insane. What the hell? What kind of match is this?
I have no idea. That was right out.
I'm gonna be honest. It's either one or two things based on DPW: a gauntlet match, or everyone just starts off and one fall to a finish.
Yeah, at least it's not a reverse battle royal. That's all I know.
If they were all in the ring, that would be nuts.
No, it's either a gauntlet or that. All in the winning once.
I'm looking up to see if I can figure out what it is. Continue.
DPW National Championship. LeBron Kazone versus Leon Slater. And then we have DPW World Tag Team Championship. Grizzled Young Veterans James Drake and Zach Gibson, the champions, versus Violence is Forever. Dominic Garney and Kevin Koo.
The Grizzled Young Veterans are also someone who is apparently still in AEW.
Okay, so by the way, I found it. Found the rules for the Ultimate Conflict match on their Instagram page.
Okay.
Rules for the Ultimate Conflict are as follows. Number 1, 2 wrestlers will start in the ring. The new wrestler will start at random intervals. Wrestlers can be eliminated by throwing over the top rope. It's battle royal.
Okay, battle royal.
10 the match ends successful. It ends in a pinfall.
Okay,
the
so
battle royal with a
final
pinfall.
two.
If 2 wrestlers remain, and the successful pinfall submission is made regardless of the entrance. Wait a second.
Wait, what?
So you can eliminate over the top rope. But match will end at a pinfall at any time. This is
No,
like an AEW match.
I would say
Okay.
try to eliminate everyone and then go for the pinfall
And then it
because that
says
would be
here-
much easier.
And it says here, if 2 wrestlers remain, if you don't have any pinfall, then it's all over the top rope. Last 2 wrestlers have a regular match under regular rules.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
And then the winner is the 6th DPW World Champion.
I, maybe because I'm an AEW fan, I get it. That's fine.
You know that what the hell is that match that they always do now? I can't think of the name right now.
Fun fact about DPW, this is one of the actual indie promotions that I genuinely do watch on a basis.
Well, there you go. I'll have to figure it out.
yeah,
If it's
For
not true, I'll send you the link.
Couple reasons. One of the announcers is a YouTuber I love watching, John Blood from New Legacy Inc. And another one is Fatal. That's his name. He's also a YouTuber for 2K. And then one of the wrestlers, Chris Danger, was a 2K content creator and now a current day modern wrestler.
Fantastic.
And his whole motto is not a video game anymore because he took his character from the game and make it his own character in real life.
There you go.
And
Game over.
that is my gimmick. Do not take that.
Continue.
And then we have Jesus Christ, Masha Slamovich and Queen Aminata.
Who, by the way, Queen Aminata, me and Mandy make fun of her name all the time. Continue. we renamed her 1,000 times, and at a certain point, she was Queen Amidala from Star Wars.
Oh, that'd be great.
But by the way, Mandy made that joke not realizing it was a Star Wars joke.
What?
Not realizing it. She's never watched Star Wars, so she did not know that was a reference to Star Wars.
You've got to correct this. Sit her down tonight and be like, hey.
Oh no, she will not watch Star Wars movies. That's not happening. That will not happen. I've been trying for years. What is wrong? Okay, sorry, Christian's
My throat is something's caught in here and I cannot breathe
Here,
straight
take a
right
drink-
now.
Take a drink and I'll figure this out. First is Magneta versus Maria and Rico. I want you to be here, Rico.
Quashiana!
There you go.
Close enough.
There was something caught here and I could
How
not
I'm
breathe.
eating and doing a live show. He got something on his
No,
throat.
it wasn't food.
Continue.
Danny Luna versus Takamina. Mia. Ira! Was that good? 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10?
Continue on. Oh,
No way that's his full name.
what?
No way that's one person.
No, it's not. It's two. It's supposed to be verses.
Not BS. It's just-
No, I was going to say, no way that's one whole person.
You know the guy. Whatever it is, all these people have been at AEW television. I think at one point.
I would say, okay, Ariz
Aris.
and the Beast Mortals versus Laredo Kid and Ray Horse.
There you go. That is that.
For context, it's the Beast Mortals BS Laredo Kid, and I thought that was the full person's name.
Like mistyped it and put a B instead of a V.
In my defense, did you think the same thing, or was that just me?
I didn't, just because I've been on the show so many times. I was like, he's done a typo. I've seen it many a time.
This is a sport collective show we've done, so we've done it before.
Fair enough.
I'll do the next one.
I'm sorry.
We have Devotion Championship Wrestling at the FSW Arena. I do like the graphic that they have up here.
That's very cool. That's very good.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna lie. That was good.
Don't think I know this company.
I never heard of it either, so that's why I like bringing these companies out that I know the people, some wrestlers in them, but don't know the company. You know?
Yeah.
DCW Championship, Manny Lemons defending against Tommy Dreamer.
Thank you. I was gonna say, do the thing.
That's why I wanted to do this. This is why I wanted to do this show.
Just for him, that's the entire show.
DCW Utah State TV Championship.
What?
Ironically not being defended in Utah.
Boo! False
Doctor-
advertising.
Dr. Tox versus Dan the Man versus Rusty Livings versus Monroe.
Dan the Man sounds like either one of three things: a book series for a little kid, a porn, or the most independent wrestling name you'll ever hear.
I want Dan the Man and Dan the Dad to be a tag team.
Dan the Man sounds like your first ever creation in a WWE game.
Is this
from United States of America, Dan the Man.
Is this the same over there? That like in England, every single person you know called Dan, you have to call him Dan the Man.
A little bit.
It's always, oh yeah, Dan the Man.
Oh.
Yeah,
I have a friend on PlayStation. His actual PlayStation name is Dan the Man _11.
there you go.
And do you want to know what's funny? His name isn't even Dan. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. His legit name is Kevin. He knows my first name, and I know his. And his name, Dan the Man _11. And
He's
his
the
name
man?
is even Dan.
Kayfabe, bro. Kayfabe.
I'm like calling him Dan, and he's like, my name is Kevin. I was like, oh, why the fuck is it called Dan the Man?
All right, Psycho Clown versus Sam Adonis.
Oh, I like Psycho Clown. Yeah.
Psycho Clown.
Angelica Risk versus Hyena Hira.
Does she risk?
I don't know.
Does she do risk?
Can I continue on, please, to finish this card?
Sorry.
El Pinata versus Jack Jameson.
Great name.
Jameson.
I love some of these names.
I want Jack Jameson to be with Powerhouse Hobbs. That'd be a good duo.
Oh God.
All right. John, this one's yours. One of your favorite shows of the year.
Hell yes, I look forward to this every year. It's Joey Janela's Spring Break, and it's back for the 9th iteration. And it's always the best thing. It's incredible. The Spring Break never disappoints.
For one of these
So-
people, I'm gonna cut you off and do the whole thing. So just continue.
Continue.
You know, I think you know exactly who I'm gonna cut you off for.
But yeah, I'll let him do it.
I imagine, I think I know where we're going with it, but we'll see when we get there. Because I'm going to start at the bottom. We're going to go with the Senior Scramble, which is what it sounds like. It's elderly wrestlers. Let's say those people like elderly.
The number.
Oh, that's the. Oh God.
So we've got the Warlord, who is 63, Mike Jackson, who is 75.
Okay, so he gets in the ring, is gonna turn both.
Oh,
his
he's actually
quads.
really good. He's actually a really good wrestler.
I
really
know,
good.
but 75.
He's really good. He's really good. I saw him last year.
Tommy
Don't
Rich, who's 68. Doug Gilbert, 56, the youngster of the group. Ricky
Rising.
Morton, Ricky Morton, 68, and George South, who's 62.
By the way, I'm not gonna put you. I thought yourself was dead. I thought he was dead.
I'm gonna say one thing. Can we do this next year so 2 people can be 69?
Hey, no, that's exactly the kind of joke Joey Janela would be down for as well. He'd be like, "Yeah, hell yeah, we're doing it."
I am very surprised there's not one wrestler in here that is not 69.
Yeah, say.
What's the joke?
Oh, well, we found the son and the dad in the next match.
Yeah, because we've got the Wagner family, which is Dr. Wagner Jr. Is it
Hio?
Hijo or Hio? How do you
Hio.
pronounce that?
Yo.
Yeah.
Hio de
Hio
Dr.
del
Wagner Jr. and Galeno del Mal versus Los Desperados, which is Gringo Loco, Jack Cartwheel, and Ares.
Real quick.
No, you're not.
I did it. It was so quick you didn't even see me do it.
Anyway,
That's how good you are.
Yeah, so good. Oh my God, the next match.
Mance Warner versus Gabe Kidd.
wow.
Holy crap, that'll be good.
And then now, obviously, GCW rules have do whatever the fuck you want anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, that's
Oh,
actually true. There's very rarely any kind of stipulation that's got like DQs or anything.
You know what we call that? The no one gives a shit rules. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I think GCW in general. So
Any extreme company is they follow by one rule, and that one rule is
there's no rule.
don't die. That's the
Don't-
only rule.
yeah.
Do not kill your opponent. You can break their arm, you can break their leg, you can break their neck. Just don't kill them.
Basically.
Because did you know if you break someone's neck, they actually don't die immediately?
That's horrific.
So they're just sitting there. They're just
Stop
like,
talking.
wait,
Stop
no.
talking.
I just want to give a representation. So they're just sitting here like,
Lovely.
did you also know? No.
Move on.
One more. Did you know when you get in a car crash, the music is just start playing like, baby, baby. You're just dead, and then just the music is.
God, continue.
You not stop the man.
Oh, this always happens every year. We lose our minds at this stage, don't we? We're like, oh, jeez. Where even am I on the car? Oh, yeah, that was it. Okay, so we've got Zack Sabre Jr. versus One Called Manders. Both of them are doing quite a lot of matches on this weekend as well. That'll be a decent one.
Third for ZSJ.
I think so, yeah.
The one.
But
called
then we've
Manders.
got
That's one called Manders.
we've got AEW's newest muscle mommy. We've got Megan Bain up against Bozilla.
By the way, how could Joey Janela possibly get Mega Bang on the show? I would never have a clue. They're dating.
Oh,
They're dating.
Joey Janela has one of the greatest track records. With,
How the
like,
hell did he
women.
get Mega Bang? Like, how did that happen? Like,
And
how
previous-
damn.
he used to go out with Penelope Ford as well.
I know. How did it happen? Like, Jesus Christ.
He's got swag or something. I don't know.
He's got the Janelas, if you know what I mean.
Good tenure.
We've got a lol in the chat.
Wait, what?
There's a
Okay,
lol in the chat.
keep going. Keep going.
Go.
We have next Matt Tremont versus Minoru Suzuki. That's going to be a vicious one. But then the one that really interests me here, we've got GCW Korea versus Mask when Atticus Koga takes on Fuego del Sol. Now,
Tornado
logic would say that Atticus Koga would kill him, right? But considering what's happening with his career at the moment, do we think he's leaving GCW?
I don't know. Good question. I'm intrigued by
Also,
this
do
whole
not
thing.
sleep on Fuego del Sol. He is still good.
Oh, no,
I love him.
This has been one of the top advertised matches for this entire show. So this has
Who
been
do
a
you
big
who do
deal.
you think would win this?
I with using a lot of Atticus Koga might be going over to WWE ID and Evolve. I think Franco might win this thing.
I
I
think
don't
he
see
might.
them unmasking Franco. I just don't see them unmasking him.
But I imagine as well, if Atticus loses, though, there's going to be shenanigans because Fuego ain't just like putting him out clean. Well, as clean as GCW can be.
Did you know when
I don't know,
Fuego
probably not.
was in AEW, Cody Rhodes put on the mask and it was Fuego too?
I did see that. I did see
But
that.
did you see that over his tattoo? He actually put a piece of paper with Fuego's logo and just taped it over the fucking tattoo so no one would know it was him.
I did see that actually on Dark one time.
What are you on about? That wasn't Cody Rhodes. That was a totally different Spanish guy.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
All jokes aside, though, they were very bored during the pandemic and just doing shit over at Daly's place. So
Some of my favorite shows of AEW all time were the pandemic shows because they just didn't care. They were like, whatever, do what you want.
hey,
We need
it's fun.
content. Just do it.
Do something.
Yeah. We've got the GCW Tag Team Championships being defended by Violence is Forever, which is Kevin Koo and Dominic Guarini against Alec Price and question mark.
Yeah,
That's the person. His name is question mark.
As of yesterday, I'm going to double check this, but as of yesterday, they have not announced a tag team partner for this match.
Wait,
so.
I know who it is. It's question mark from Power.
No, it's not. Christian Power Rover is dead.
Oh,
He died last year.
what about the question mark 2?
I don't know. God, please.
Next is the JCW World Championship.
For those wondering, that's the Jersey Championship Wrestling. Just so you know.
Yeah, and it's almost like GCW's NXT. It's weird. It's like the feeder group for an indie.
Thank God you
It's a
said
bit strange.
feed and not
Feeder.
feed.
As Masha Slamovich, who is the champion, defends against Suzu Suzuki.
You know what I really love about independent wrestling?
What?
There's one wrestler who holds a belt or multiple belts in a lot of fucking companies. So they come out with that company in that company with like,
Oh yeah, you finish that.
I could see that one wrestler. Like, you know when Kenny Omega had like 4 belts and he always came out with all 4 belts?
Yes. No, Mercedes is doing it right now. Mercedes is doing it currently.
No. And remember that one time it was Kenny versus Pac and Orange? Kenny was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna hit him with every single belt I own. There is an independent wrestler, and I probably does, has 10 belts and just comes out every single time. They're all in a duffel bag. They're in a duffel bag, and whenever company he's in, he just pulls out that title, puts it around his waist, and put the rest
That's
of
like
it
an Orange Cassidy kind of move.
and then he just puts them all in the duffel bag and walks to the ring and shows off the title that he's in the company with, and then walks out.
So,
Fantastic.
quick comment from some sportainment guy who was in the chat. I can see Fuego del Sol could be able to win because don't forget he's underdog and he wants to stand tall and win just like Sammy, and he spelled his name as Sammy Guevara.
I was about to say Sammy Guevara, fan over here, longtime fan. That's what I presumed he was gonna say.
Yeah. So
Maybe Sammy will appear.
that wouldn't even shock me. Well, he's got to get out of that hellscape that is Ring of Honor. So
Isn't he still tag team champion?
him and Dustin Rose are the tag team champions over Ring
Are
of
they
Honor.
still the champions?
I think so.
What are
I
they called?
lost track.
Texas boys?
I think that's something. Anyway, back to this. They won't wrap stuff.
Oh God!
Because this is the big one. This is one of the biggest ones of the
That's what
whole
she
weekend, actually.
That's why Joey Janela gets the women.
That's it.
And to play it,
Maybe he does. You know? But
It was delayed. I'm sorry about that.
Continue.
it's a no rope barbed wire match. We've got Sabu's retirement match. Sabu versus Joey Janela himself.
This is
Wow.
The stipulation was added recently the other day. So like,
I'm gonna say this right now. I know who's gonna win this entire match.
who?
It's gonna be the Invisible Stan. Invisible Stan's gonna come and cash in.
It is amazing how this guy's been obsessed with the Invisible Stan, Invisible Stan, Invisible Stan. I don't know why recently.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. it came on my For You page. It's like, screw it, I'll watch it again. That was the most cinematic match I've ever seen. Like, that was so good.
The referee gets no credit for that match, by the way.
Yeah.
The referee sold that match.
It somehow worked, didn't it? I don't know how it worked.
I was wondering, how the hell did the table break?
But
Was there like
but
straight?
this
I don't know. Anyway, back to
this
the
match, this match though, like
Janela.
the thing is, you know for a fact, love him or hate him, no matter what you think of Joey Janela, he is gonna let Sabu do something insane to him.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
As long as Sabu does not die.
And even then, if you're retired, guys, what does it matter?
So
As a human being, it would matter to him.
at Sabu's funeral, he was a great man. We love him very much. Yet he died doing what he loved and did a backflip off a chair.
Yeah.
There was one time during the pandemic, Joey Janela, during a Warrior Wrestling show, they did Warrior Wrestling shows outdoors during the pandemic, and he did one off of the goalpost on a football field through a table. He did a flip. Watch that live. It was
I mean, this is a guy who got famous jumping off like the roof of the building through
Well,
tables.
remember that whole clip was the camera, because it was obviously on a field. It's an indie show, so there's not many cameras. There's a guy with a handheld camera running live to catch up to this. To show this, it was absolutely hysterical. You can see the guy running at the hard cam, and you see the guy with the handheld running trying to catch up to them. It's like watching the Savannah Bananas backstage footage.
Incredible. See, I'm always so torn because it's so fun, it's so exciting, it's crazy. But I really hope you're safe, Joey. I really hope you are, man.
Well, at least he had Naked Man to go home to.
Very true. She can look after him. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
All right, let's move back over to our company we talked about earlier. Cristian, you can have this one to the short
Pride Style Inclusive Pro Wrestling Out of This World Swan Drive.
Okay, is it the name of the show is Out of This World? Is the second show from Pride Style Inclusive Pro Wrestling? We talked about
I don't
earlier.
even want to know what the hell this match type is. Pride Style Championship in a cartel warfare match. Sonico versus Chris Nasty.
Yeah, Chris, you're nasty.
There's two Y's in Nasty, by the way. That was spelled.
New Wave Championship. It is Nick Sander versus the returning Johnny Robbie once again.
Hell yeah.
Wow, her.
And then we have Xandra Moon again versus Indy Hartwell.
Yes, Indy Hartwell, who, by the way, released brand new theme music on Spotify out of nowhere.
Oh,
Downstate did music for her.
And now we have G Sharp, not to be confused with A through Z Sharp. A through Z Sharp versus A through Z. What was it?
Oh, what was it before? I forgot what we did earlier. I forgot the joke earlier.
This has been a long day. How can we remember this?
Oh, no, I actually want to make that joke. Now, what was it?
Anyway, I gotta look it up. I don't remember anymore. But anyway, to the match I looked this up. Looking it up.
Can't really read the match.
It was, hang on, I was just trying to find the joke. I can't find it right now.
I think I saw it.
What was it? It's something D-Kid? D-Kid?
Wait, no. Can you go up real quick?
Where am I looking?
Go up.
What are you looking for?
Just now I'm too deep into this. We have to actually look. I'm dead.
G sharp. G sharp.
It's that's what we just said.
Oh, so I'm looking at it. It says G sharp. People wonder we're skipping through the run sheet to find this joke. Apparently,
no, go up.
We're skipping through the
all
run
the way
sheet.
up. All the way up.
All I remember is we started talking about the colony, the ants, after we made the joke. Maybe that triggers your memory.
J-Rod.
A through Z Rod versus A through Z Sharp. Make that match happen, goddammit.
Hell yeah. And it can have crazy rules where the wrestlers enter every 30 seconds and you get thrown over the top. All that kind of stupid nonsense we had before.
G-Sharp.
It's the reverse battle royal.
Who's G-Sharp facing?
Moy.
Mo. Whatever.
Moy. And we have a double doors match.
Which I'm going to assume is the same rules as the doubles tables match. Would you have to get thrown through 2 tables? I'm
Oh, it
assuming
probably is because
doors?
everything at the collective, they don't have doors because they can't afford. Sorry, they don't have tables because they can't afford them. It's
I mean, they-
doors.
And they have doors because they can't afford tables.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said it backwards. He said he fixed
Yeah.
it. He fixed it.
LVMS. Laura lasers.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot my laser.
Okay.
And Alice Belair.
Blair. It's Blair. There's no extra E for Bel Air. It's Blair.
My apologies. Versus the cartel.
Which I have a feeling the cartel might be the faction and why this cartel welfare, sort of like they do those Samoan those matches with the Samoan dynasty where they have the Samoan rules. I have a feeling that's what this is.
It is fatal in Wicked Wit.
I have a feeling the cartel is the faction.
Oh, sorry, Wicked Wicket.
Yeah, I think it all ties together. I think it all ties together.
It's absolutely got to be, hasn't it?
That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So
But you have to remember,
And it,
Echo.
hey, and if you remember, actually, Cactus Jack was in a group called the Cartel for a while.
I remember that. Yes.
Those Cactus Jack.
Oh
Really?
God, we know you know.
Oh, you mean Mankind?
Oh,
No, I mean Dude Love.
the anniversary. It was the anniversary of the video where Cactus Jack debuted on WWE television. I saw that this morning when I was waking up. I saw it pop up. Today's the anniversary of that.
Oh wow, okay.
That video happening. So
I still love when it came out.
the day we're recording this is the day before people are hearing it. Continue.
I still love how that one Rumble he came at his old 3 personalities, but nowadays that shit would not fly.
Oh, we
Alright.
have an update about the double door match in the comments.
Oh yes, I'm looking right now. I'm pulling it up here. The problem is there's a bunch of stuff going on here, so I'm kind of. Double door match is the same in NWA because don't forget Matt Cardona versus EC3. Oh yeah, good point. They did have that in. They did have that in
Very true.
A question,
NWA.
question. For the double doors match, do both people go through the doors or can keep it the same person through two doors to win?
Good question.
Because if it's like elimination, you have to put both of them through each door. You can just put the same person through 2 doors, and it counts as the win.
So by the way, at least we know it because don't forget I know Cactus Jack and he's definitely Jackhammer. So anyway, John, you always get here when we have someone in the chat chatting with us. Chatting with us is nice.
I bring all the fans. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just so amazing.
The last time we had someone watching along with us, it was that AEW pay-per-view preview when John was here. So I'll move on. But I went back the Dragon Gate USA and Pro Wrestling Revolution, the Gate of Revolution at the Meet Las Vegas. Okay, let's do this card here. The PWR Tag Team Championships. It is Lucha Solos versus the Panther Brothers. Sure.
Do we know who's in the E13?
The problem was when I typed, there was no names next to the names on these. So
Okay, great.
I would have put them down if there was there. It was not there when I found them. KZY, Ben K, Ben Dash K, and Hio versus John. Go ahead.
Well, okay. I see what you mean. Shun Skywalker.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because that,
Okada, Miura, and Ishin.
again.
Yes. Yabo Ito versus Rich Swann. Azumi. Who we finally get to see wrestle, by the way, on Friday at the New Japan show.
Oh, brilliant.
She was fantastic. Versus Starlight Kid. Dave Tetra and Colt Stevens versus Ray Horace and Barry Morales.
Oh, interesting.
Kazima and Hyan versus Henin and Siwa Lina. See, I make
Saya Linda.
See, funny, I make myself read
Linda.
stupid names too. I mean, you guys do it. Where was I? La Estrella and Vito versus Willie Mack and Mike Seidel. Holy shit, they're the name I was in a long time.
Wow, yeah. Holy crap.
And versus El Kukui and El Benito.
Benito!
And Ultimo Dragon again.
He's back, baby.
And Dragon Kid. Ultimo Dragon and Dragon Kid. Come on, that's easy.
I know it's not, but I love the idea that that's his baby dragon. You know, he's got a child.
He comes with an eggshell on his head.
Speaking of dragons, better have it a Drago. I'm having a Drago.
Oh, yeah. What did happen to him?
Versus Sumizui, Yakazui, and Ho-Ho Yoon.
Yakazuki.
Ho-Ho Yoon's back.
Oh!
So yeah, you said Dragon. The first person I thought of was Dragon because I was obsessed with. He's really into Dragon and Lucha Underground. He's like my favorite character is Lucha Underground.
Okay.
I'm still not over Lucha Underground going away, to be honest.
Is this me?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the graphic up for you. So we have another WWE ID tournament show.
Oh,
This is actually a different company though, so make sure you see what company this is doing this show.
Future Stars of Wrestling, WWE ID Championship Tournament, FSW Arena.
I need a bracket for this fucking tournament because I don't know what the fuck's going on. Because I could have sworn people had tournament matches in the other show that aren't tournament matches here, so I'm very confused about the tournament.
Okay, so the first tournament match is Brad Baylor versus Ice Williams. Tournament match 2, Marcus Mathers versus Jackson Drake.
You know, was that Ice Williams? They explained his name on they had a little graphic on the screen for Ice Williams during Evolve last week, and it said, "This man is always cold." That's literally what it said on the screen.
Fantastic.
Go ahead, Christian.
Tournament match 3, Jordan Oasis versus Aaron Roberts. That sounds like the most generic white guy name in high school. Tournament match 4. He sounds like a high school jock. Tournament match 4. It's Gail. Gail.
It's Gal. It's Gal.
Oh, Gal. Well, it's
It's
not
Gal.
Gail.
Well, it's Gal.
Versus Cappuccino Jones. I've been seeing a long time ago.
He's
Versus
back again.
That joke is more ridiculous every time you say it.
Tournament match 5, Sean Legacy versus Ricky Smokes. And then tournament match 6, Aaron Rookie versus Sammy Holloway. And then the non-tournament matches, Freedom Ramsey, Gordon Ramsay's long lost cousin versus Bodie Young Prodigy. And then for the final match, Brittany Brooks and Zara Zarks versus Maz. I was doing so well.
Oh, you're trying. That's the main thing.
What?
I have to pronounce it like a car.
Mazrita?
Yeah.
Mazrita?
Mazarita.
And Zeta Steel.
By the way, I was going to say something about I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Freedom Ramsey. Has anyone seen the trailer for the new Gordon Ramsay show where he's being like a secret agent and he's coming through the sky as a secret agent? It's like, what the fuck is going on with him lately? Like, so we were watching Next Level Chef and they aired a commercial of the new Gordon Ramsay show. And I'm like, is he coming through the ceiling? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Ridiculous, and I love it.
So let's see here. We have some comments here. Like you're referring to is Dragon Kid, who wrestled the Dragon Gate in Japan. He experienced a change in wrestling group and title losses and also suffered an injury that forced him. And there's another comment to continue that thought.
That jogs my memory now. Yes, I know the one.
To vacate the titles. There you go. So thank you for that. All right. Well, that is the WWE. We're almost done with the shows, by the way. Just so everybody knows, we're almost done with these shows. because that show will lead to WrestleMania Night 1. That show we just have lead to WrestleMania Night 1. But it doesn't mean we're done. We got to go to the nighttime show. Oh, wrong one. That's the next step.
That's the next one.
Yeah, wrong one.
He looks
There it is. There's my
that
one.
picture genuinely looked like
You can make fun of the joke when we get there. You can make fun of it when we get there. Let's stick with the collective. Who wants this?
you want me to do it?
If you want it, you can have it.
I'll go for it. The collective. Heels have eyes for the culture.
Oh,
Fantastic, man.
This used to be an all-black show. This used to be an all-black show.
Wait, hang on a minute. Yeah, wait. For the Culture always is an all-black show, but I'm looking at the.
Exactly. I just seen that yesterday with
Actually,
somebody on the
I think
card.
no, all of them are black in their own.
They're all invited to the cookout, and that was why we're here. They're all invited to the cookout. Someone's laughing at that joke. Somebody's laughing at that
Okay.
joke.
Here we go. We have the Flatbush Zombies will be performing live.
I don't
Who
know
the
that- I
fuck
don't
are
know
the
that-
who?
I thought it was funny that they're
The
promoting.
who?
No, I thought it was funny to put out a graphic promoting a band for I never heard of, but that was pretty funny.
No, they're like a I don't know how you describe them. They're like it's a hip hop band, but it's like weird and like a bit trippy and
And we
psychedelic.
have the Fourth Rope Heavyweight Championship, not to be confused with the first, third, and third, second, and third
I think
rope.
Fourth Rope is the company that the company involved with this show.
Okay. It is a steel cage match. Zilla Fatu versus Josh Bishop.
By the way, yes, that is the Zilla Fatu that you're thinking of.
And then we have the fourth rope tag team championship, the Hardys versus question mark.
Yeah, they announced the Hardys defending their title, but didn't say who they're facing as of yesterday, as of Saturday. So
And they're white.
They have black souls.
the Flatbush Zombie.
Yeah. It's too good. It's too good.
Turn it off.
I don't like
That was
turn
a
it
song
off.
called Bad Time Boy.
No, absolutely not. And then we have just to move right along from that, whatever the fuck that was. Tiara James versus Maya World. And then we have Mustafa Ali versus Trevor Lee versus Leon Slater.
I don't even know what this is in context, but it made me laugh.
I think it's just in general.
I'm almost laughing until I say to myself, "What the hell is he saying?" I'm sorry, that made
And
me
then
laugh.
we have Matthew Riddle from Riddle Incorporated, Riddle School
Matt
5
Riddle.
versus the kid, the man, the kid who got his kid, Gabe Kid.
Losing it.
That's going to be amazing.
I didn't get the comment on the Mustafa Ali, Trevor Lee, Leon Slater. I'm like, that's a match. That was the one that caught my eye. I'm like, whoa. Then I realized what the whole show this was. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Wait, what?
Those two matches at the end there, like, wow. What they should be the main event.
So, all right, let's move on. Let's
I
go
want
on.
to do this one, but I already did 2 in a row.
So, I know I like you let John do this one anyway because it's what the show is. It is.
I knew you were giving me
shows
that.
of the
Why does
year.
he look like Matt Cardona a little bit?
I don't know. He had a feud with Macron at one time.
He did indeed. He did indeed. Effy's big gay brunch. The other highlight for me. You got the the spring break, and then there's the gay brunch. Always the other.
This is Effy's Bigger Brunch
And
10.
this is 10, including like including all the other shows, right? Like the one who did Rumble weekend, the one SummerSlam weekend, the random TNT show you went to.
Yeah, I don't think it's definitely not counting the one in England that happened. No, there's been 2 now, but I had to miss the second one because I was away.
Oh, this is where the GCW World Heavyweight Championship went.
Yes.
Yes. So we have Paro, who is someone else I was partying with, actually. Paro. He was the loveliest man ever, even though his character is an evil piece of crap. Paro versus Max the Impaler versus Zico versus Brick Savage. So that's going to be good.
Everyone's on here is either some kind of form of gay or alliance.
Pretty much.
Is that the alliance?
DSJ, I believe, is ally.
Okay.
The idea is, I think when it first started, everyone was queer, but then Effy did branch it out a little bit to like, well, as long as you're like, you're down to have some fun and you're an ally, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Rico Gonzalez versus Aaron Rourke. And then there's one for me.
I thought you immediately when I started this announcement. I thought you immediately.
Oh my god!
Because one of my biggest obsessions in the world, Abaddon, versus Sonny Kiss. And I haven't seen Sonny Kiss for a little while.
I thought you immediately when I started.
Yeah. You know how much I love Abaddon. I've got an Abaddon shirt behind me too, but it doesn't fit me anymore because I've put weight on. So sorry, Abaddon. Sorry. And then. This is a wild one. I never would have dreamed of seeing this. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kid Bandit.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Wow.
And Kid Bandit's coming back strong lately because they, took a little time off, multiple reasons, and now hitting the scene again really hard. Against Zack Sabre Jr. Jesus. And then the GCW World Heavyweight Championship. It is actually on the line this weekend. At some point it is here. Effy, the champion, who's mostly been fighting Micro Man and stuff like that, which has been a bit strange, is against Dark Sheik. This is a match made in heaven for me. And it's a bit like when Effy fell out with Ali Catch and Bussy exploded. That's what they said. Bussy explodes. But they used to be in a trio with Dark Sheik and they were Thrussy. So I suppose it's Thrussy's exploding now.
So, all right. I'm looking forward to Effy. This show is at 1 o'clock our time. It's not even brunch time anymore. That's the problem. The West Coast time slot.
Yeah,
So,
it can count. It's fine. Just don't have any breakfast and then it's brunch.
It's just funny to me. That's all. Well, I'll have the morning to actually go through all their shows before I get to this show. You know what I mean? So
True.
That'll be convenient. So, all right. Let's stick with the collective. I get the cop. That's the wrong one because it was out of order for some reason. We get to the right one. There we go. No, that's not it either. Oh, I'll come back to it. I'll come back to that. We'll come back to that later. Something out of order for some reason. All of a sudden. I was doing so well. We were going so well. Not sure what happened. Nope, that's not it either. Ah, okay. All right. The collective. TJW, TGBW versus DDT versus GCW.
Yeah.
Let me get this graphic off the screen. That's a very different show. Masha Sam versus Ikonoji Natasha versus Mia. Cristian, do you want to say the name because you love saying it?
Mia Yamashita.
There you go. And Shina Inoki,
Anoke.
Dark Sheik and Illusion, and Duce
Suzuki.
Suzuki versus Marcus Mathers.
Suzuki Suzaka.
Okay, Marcus Mathers. I said Marshall Mathers. I'm getting tired.
I keep thinking that in my head when we see it, so I'm glad I'm not alone.
Marcus Mathers, Shoko Nakajima, and Super Crazy. Sure.
Incredible. I can't believe that this is even a match. What the hell? This is always one of the best parts as well. These kind of bizarre groups of people.
Where was I? Antonia Honda and Rika Tazumi versus Ken Bandit and Shota.
Kid Bandit returns.
Yes.
Literally later in the same building. So it's easy. Easy. Let's see here. Shuma Kajamita and Mance Warner versus Matt Tremont and John Wayne Murdoch. Mo and I forgot I wrote this. Versus Jimmy Lloyd and Alex Price versus Jack Cartwheel with a WWE and Kamira and Super.
Wait, hold up. The doll
is tagging.
Oh my god.
You've got to see it. You have to.
I need to see how it tags in.
Yeah.
Very careful.
It's mind-blowingly good.
All right. We have a couple more shows left here. I'll let Cristian do the next collective show.
Okay. The collective, Joey Janela Spring Break. Clusterfuck forever.
And this literally lasts like an hour and a half or something, doesn't it?
So first we're gonna start with the scramble cage match.
Which is nothing. We're just they don't have anything on.
That
This
is
is
the
like
match.
last year when they announced the Pajama Prison match. They didn't tell anyone who was in it until the show started.
Yeah.
Okay. Here.
So okay.
Here we
so
go.
say the name of the match first, and then we'll explain the rules before we read everybody.
Clusterfuck Battle Royale.
So the Clusterfuck Battle Royal is the best Battle Royal. It literally is over the top rope, pinfall, submission, or you leave the building or death. Rules.
Has anyone died?
No, but people have left the building. Legitimately left the building.
And there's always loads more people who aren't listed who turn up.
Like, we had a random year where Sean Ross Sapp was in this at one point. Like, randomly, Maven made his return to the ring in this. Like, so many random shit happened in this match.
I think X-Pac turned up.
I got my two picks to win this entire thing, and I'll say them when they pop up. First, we have Jay Vidal, Anga Sayaka, Nasty Leroy, Super Crazy Human Tornado, Tara Zepp, Santana Jackson, Zyda Steele, Tommy Invincible, Paul London, Tombstone Jesus.
Great name. Great name.
The Warlord, Dustin Thomas, Kid Bandit, Big Effin' Joe is one of my people to win this whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Dr. Redacted, Frank the Clown, Mike Jackson, Cheeseburger is my other one.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Lou Nixon, CPA, Viva Van is back, Bobby Flacco, and Brittany Brooks.
And again, there's going to be about 20 people they haven't mentioned. Guaranteed.
I'm not sure what this is in reference to, but our boy Sport Entertainment guy said that name sounded familiar until I remembered him. If you could tell us who you're talking about, I'd love to know. Because I don't know what you're referencing to. I think we moved on to something else by the time I saw that comment.
Because we're that fast, baby.
Or we're trying to get through the shows because we're going to get loopy. We've been doing it for almost 3 hours now. Okay, this show is only on here because the location cracked me up. The location on this one made me laugh so damn hard I had to include it. This is Family Time Wrestling, FTW Mania, and I swear to God, this is what listen, behind the terrible gas station. I don't even know what that means.
I'm gonna watch it just for that.
The only matches they've announced is the Jack of all Trades Battle Royal with Isaiah Broner versus question mark obviously because of the Battle Royal, and the MAW Women's United States Championship. It's Haley J versus Alexa Littlefoot and versus Jocelyn Navarro. The behind the terribles conversation cracked me up months ago, but I started working on this.
Is that Haley J who was on that Netflix show?
Probably the same person. It wouldn't be.
Because that show ended up being really interesting, and I can't believe they haven't gone back for another season.
So, which one is this one? Is that the OVW one, or which one was this one?
Yeah, the OVW one. Yeah, because
OVW actually just got sold to a different company. It was through someone else, so they probably just some behind the scenes stuff going on. Probably why they have.
Yeah, maybe they weren't allowed to do another season while that was going through and things.
Yeah, they just had an announcement like a couple days ago. They just got sold. So, all right. So one last show on Sunday afternoon after WrestleMania Night 1. After you're done coming over here and listening to us talk about WrestleMania Night 1 on my birthday morning, on Easter Sunday morning, on my birthday morning, come join us live on that morning to talk about Night 1. But we're doing wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the song I'm playing to end the show. That is not the graphic I wanted. There.
Hey.
Actually, Cristian, finish this off. Go for it.
Future Legend Women's Tournament FSW Arena. We have Kai Dream versus Brittany Brooks, Maya Ward versus Brooke Havoc versus Jada Stone, Coraline Cruz, Sweet Caroline
We're almost done.
versus Zeta Steele versus Samaya, Maggie Lee versus Jasmine Allure.
So there you go. That is all
Closing.
the shows that are happening. Not all the shows, most shows we're covering. There's literally about 40 other shows going on in Vegas.
And doesn't it seem? It seems very different this year. Like every year we do this, it's kind of it's different wrestlers. Like there's no speed. No, in fact, there's no speedball at all. Is there?
No, he's off the whole weekend, which is weird. It's
That's
weird.
crazy because AEW would let him do it.
I think they're doing a show Wednesday, so maybe they didn't want to try. Well, they're doing Wednesday. They're doing a show Wednesday and Thursday. They do a closure on Thursday this week because of Mania.
Yeah,
So they're doing a live show Thursday night. So
interesting.
by the way, I'm surprised they didn't do it in Vegas. I'm actually very surprised they didn't do one of those shows in Vegas this week. But
we've got another comment about I think it was about the poster for the.
Let me take a look here. Let me see what
for
we
the
got
previous show.
I'm going to try to get the comments back up here. Let's see here. Is it me or the guy on the first one in the yellow trunk? He looks like Jordan Grace's boyfriend, Jonathan Gresham, in the Family Time poster. Maybe bring that poster back up here. See what we're talking about. I didn't think it was Jonathan Gresham. Actually,
Really?
it does look like Jonathan Gresham. It really does.
Really, really does. I don't know if it is, but wow.
I don't think it is.
I think actually, I'm just to correct this guy. I think they're married, by the way. Gresham and Grace. I think they're married. Just to clarify that. That is actually where we're going to end things, and I wanted to end the show with a little bit of a fun show. And we're going to end the song. I haven't played it in a long time. I think this is the debut. So this is Born Super Electric Bliss. Why the hell not? Let's close it out with somebody. So let's go here. Let's go in a little bit of a different today. Start with you, Christian. Go ahead.
Follow me on the Villain St. Riley on YouTube, where I stream Marvel Rivals, WWE 2K25, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Join us. I will be streaming later. If you want to stop by, pop in, stay for the stream, whatever. I will be streaming later with my friends, so join if you want to.
You can find us on all the social media platforms and actually like and comment on the show. Join us for live streams. Like we had someone joining us for live stream today. It's a lot of fun. We'll be back live on Wednesday night talking about NXT. Comment on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Facebook and on Substack and on all the bottom platforms at Generation. We're posting every single day at 4 a.m. a new clip. So from this show, every single day at 4 a.m. we put a clip up now. So make sure you're tuned in to see what we put up. Or scan the QR code. John, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to hear more from me, check out my podcasts, Bat Minute, Miami Minutes, Hedvig, Inch by Angry Inch. Why don't you check out the band I'm part of, Pete Bentham and the Dinner Ladies? Very English punk rock.
I forgot to give you shit for the fact that you're going off to do a music video tomorrow.
That's true. Yeah, it was going to be today. I was going to have to miss the show, but then it got rearranged to Monday. So great. I'm shooting a new music video. That'll be fun. I say it'll be fun, but most of shooting a music video is standing around waiting.
So, all right. That being said, thank you, John, for spending these 3 hours with us over the last 2 days to sit down and do it. This is always fun.
Always gets me hyped for the
Thank
weekend
you.
coming up.
So tomorrow, me and Cristian are going to sit back and we're going to talk about our experience at New Japan Windy City Riot, which I am very excited to talk about. And that'll be on tomorrow on a not going to be live. It's going to be a show that goes up, and you can enjoy us talking about Windy City Riot. So let's get out of here. Thank you, John, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for those watching and commenting along. I'm Blake,
I'm Cristian.
and you've been tuned in to the Generation Evolution. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
How can a chick on TV make me feel like this? She's got a finishing move called Twisted Bliss, and it's like my heart is caught in a sleeper. Oh, whoa, oh, oh. Why can't every girl be more like Alexa Bliss? Alexa Bliss. Larry Steve.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.